loop from last week. So we'll see if anyone has any better luck with this week's settings. We are running full countdown boss shuffle this week.
We're talking in the green room a bit, Baja. I just absolutely love full countdown, showing that we have 3 major items here in Criteria, plenty of locations to be checking. And how about this sprite here from Lenophis, the little wireframe action?
Yeah, it's an interesting one. At least it's one of them that preserves like what Samus's model actually looks like. So if you've learned any visual cues, you actually still get to use them. But I have been persuaded to not mess with the suit settings. I used to be a Mega Man.
Right on. right on. So a little bit about boss shuffle too. It's an interesting wrinkle for this mode. A minimum of 2 bosses have to be randomized. Is that correct?
That is correct. We will never see the full set of bosses. Usually comes into play if you've seen one vanilla boss, then that means that you've only got about a 20% chance of the next one being vanilla. So that can often come into play where if you see a vanilla crate or Phantoon, that often means the other location is going to be a boss that you're going to need some items to be able to beat.
I do love this boss shuffle mode because especially if you have something like an important item at Kraid's warehouse or perhaps a wrecked ship, could have some very uncomfortable situations like Kraid or Phantoon being all the way at the bottom of Lower Norfair. But even that, like in a lot of these randomizer modes, we're always thinking, you know, how are they going to get past Botoon? How are they going to get past Botoon's hallway? If they can defeat Dragon somewhere other than Dragon, they can just go right around it. So our runners do have that going for them if that is the case for this seed. But nothing too fascinating down here in Criteria besides that first major item being the Morph Ball and supers and missiles.
So we're going to be isolating a few checks down here. We'll see if either runner ends up ever making it back to take a look later.
That's right. Billy Mays off the table for right now, as well as kind of the meme route entrance there. No power bombs available to our runners, which also means old Mother Brain will not be available for now.
Yeah, the meme route check is relatively quick as you're coming through Green Hill Zone if you ended up not finding your majors here in Criteria before leaving.
Oh, that's right. That's an excellent point. Yeah, because this is vanilla area. There's no area randomization. Got it. Yeah.
Right.
For sure. But Nitro's on the climb already, trying to get up to BT. Looking for some progression items. But cannot check 230 missiles yet.
Yeah, Nitro very clean climb there, taking a tiny lead here as we are getting to the top of Parlor here. Not much choice other than to check Bomb Teresa here.
So I'm wondering if we're going to see from Cutie's coaches, if we're going to see Leno like play, you know, very aggressively, knowing that he's got to put it all on the line here. Ooh, really nice pickup here. Power bombs at BT.
It's an interesting one. How thorough are you now? You've got 2 majors outstanding here, but kind of most of the rest of the checks are out of the way, aside from Terminator. You'll have 2 packs to get through Gauntlet. Yeah, 230 is pretty close.
Yeah, I do like this 230 check for sure.
Leno has the same plan here. Just a vanilla missile here.
Vanilla missile at 230, so still the 2 major items in Criteria remain elusive. Now, refresh my memory, Baja. Can suits be in Criteria in full countdown?
I believe suit restrictions apply to this mode as well. So
gotcha. That's what I thought, but I wanted to be absolutely sure. Now, this I think is really interesting. Is Nitro going all the way down, all the way to Retro Brain, or maybe just checking old Mother Brain? In for a penny, in for a pound, maybe.
Yeah, I would imagine once you come down here, you're probably committing to the meme route play. E-Tag's kind of nice in case you take a hit from a side hopper. And yeah, we're going to see a little bit of divergence. One is going to take the vanilla route into Green Brinstar here. Let's see if he has a look at the back of Gauntlet. Can't scout those 2 items, even though we can't pick them up yet.
I think it's a good play to scout them, like you said, even though you can't get them yet. But Terminator, just a missile pack there. So the possibilities for these Criteria Majors are quickly dwindling.
Nitro came actually all the way back up. Oh wow, and no majors there either. Where the heck are they?
So that leaves landing site, front of gauntlet, and
Billy Mays
Criteria
and...
Super?
Oh yeah, yep.
That's awful.
Hopefully one's just chilling next to the morph ball pedestal there, because that was actually pretty easy to pick up. And now this is where I wonder, maybe you do actually start thinking about making a Billy Mays play when you're heading on a Green Brinstar. You're pretty likely to find a major there. Only one, speaking of, in Green Brinstar.
Oh wow, Green Brin's got a chock-a-block full of checks to make too. Oh, we got 4 of them right here.
Yes, this is interesting. Normally I'm kind of happy to come through all of these checks, even if I'm not finding majors, just to get my kind of decent amount, get my Ridley ammo, get a couple of E-tanks, but now you might start thinking about skipping a few checks here.
Oh,
amazing. Look away, MST.
Don't do it. Don't look. It's like staring into the sun. Oh my goodness, I've never seen that before. Double reserve tanks, add Brinstar reserve, kind of. Oh gosh.
Okay, not here. Be somewhat greedy to skip Edagoons here. I kind of would expect both to still check it out here.
Yeah, I think this is the right play, but hopefully it won't be something like that again. Double reserve tanks. Just makes you want to say, Utah, give me 2, apparently.
Ooh, Leno took a hit to the health before killing the frogs there. Didn't get any PB refills.
Very curious what they're going to find down here. Pretty healthy as far as ammo, this seed. At least for regular missiles, but decent super count as well.
I'm going to go to the Edagoons check. This does give Leno another chance to farm up some power bombs here. Definitely want to have your 5 before heading over to Big Pink.
Definitely a lot necessary. If that's your only explosive, no regular bombs available to these runners. Definitely going to be needing those power bombs. Good call, Baja. But what are the Edagoons hiding? The grappling beam. Interesting.
That is interesting.
Better to find it there than have it be somewhere off the beaten path in Big Pink. At least they can close the book on Greenbrin and maybe work on getting back to Criteria through Green Hill Zone like you suggested, Baja, or perhaps just trucking on down to Crade's Warehouse or Upper Norfair.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I'm curious to see how many mages are going to be in Red Bryn. It wouldn't surprise me too much if it had at least a couple with how sparse they've been so far in this seed.
It'd be an interesting wrinkle for sure. It's been kind of a different seed. Too early to call whether it's fast or medium or slow progression yet, but really just the morph ball available to our runners and now being augmented slightly by that grapple beam.
Sure, Leno would appreciate a non-reserve tank here at some point. That Mother Brain pickup actually kind of nice for Nitro right here.
Ooh, you love to see it.
Yeah, we'll take supers, though.
Stacking up on super missiles.
And we've got our Ridley ammo. We don't have our Ridley health, though.
Definitely don't have a Ridley health. It looks like Leno's going to be skipping on skipping the return to Criteria here. I'm curious if Nitro's going to do the same.
Maybe we'll see. Like, even if I think you wanted to do the return play here, I think you want to do this check first. But the power bomb count might be the problem. You don't have enough to do anything except get the item and leave.
Gated by ammo once again. But yeah, we're about to find out what Red Brin's got for our runners.
Just one.
Just one. But definitely making the right play here, going up first. Oh, now this is interesting that Nitro is returning to Retro Brin.
Yeah, I mean, with how many of these checks we've done, this isn't unlikely to be a major. Nope, just a missile. Unfortunate.
Wow.
I'm having a bit of trouble here with these rippers. There we go.
Very nice.
So we're going to follow into Red Brin.
So join your commentary team tonight, SpeedGaming, is Paragon on the tracking. We give huge thanks to them. Doing a great job this tournament / league season on the tracking. Trackers make these races possible, so thank you very much. Ooh, hoo, hoo. There's the one.
That's a good major.
And more supers. You love to see it.
Going for that hero shot. Fortunately, does connect with one of their... Oh, going for the... that's the strat where you can just jump straight up while you shoot.
I did like the use of supers to kill those top two rippers, though.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that made for a really tidy climb for Nitro.
He's going to grab another minor check here.
I think this is a pretty peculiar check. I don't hate it. And it's super, so actually I love it, Baja.
Yeah, especially with only having base charge. Supers are way better damage right now than anything else we've got.
Yes, what is that, like a 500 shot Mother Brain 2? It's probably like 200, but still.
Did we get a free major at Moat? Or are these majors going to be just in the rudest possible spots here in Criteria?
Don't touch that dial, SpeedGaming. We're about to find out. Great Scott! More? I love this.
Ooh, nice CWJ with the item pickup.
Brilliant. Brilliant from Leno. Just to say, so apparently Norfair has every item in the game. Norfair or Meridia.
I mean, we've got 1 E-tank and 2 reserves, right? That's... that gets you across. Oh no, that's only 3 tanks. What am I talking about?
Oh my gosh. So bizarre. A single item at wrecked ship and it's not even in the ocean.
Everybody questioning this decision, but they'll be proven wrong when it's Crate here with a Vanilla Varia behind him.
Can you imagine, Baja? Like, chat's just gonna literally just simultaneously all fall over, just out of their chairs. It's gonna be over.
Yeah, first...
Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. Yeah, first 4 areas, and we only have 5 majors between them. Yeah, Norfair is going to be stacked.
That is incredibly stingy. Yeah, you're going to get to Norfair, it's going to be like, I don't even know. There it is! The wave beam. Incredible.
So that's nice, at least. Neither runner are going to get suckered into clearing a top of a wrecked ship for nothing.
I feel like we've seen a lot of that this seed, Baja. Like, there's a single major, and it's very much on the beaten path, you know?
Mm-hmm.
really working out in these runners' favor. I don't think there's going to be much to slow them down later on in this seed. Famous last words, of course.
Yeah, the only ones we haven't been able to clear out were criteria, but since those can't be the suits, they're hopefully not as urgent, question mark.
This is the rudest boss placement ever. A vanilla Phantoon on a wreck ship with no more items.
Amazing.
You love to see it.
Not the easiest fight here. We do have plenty of ammo at least, but we are taking 40 a pop here. And not entering with a whole lot of extra health.
Yeah, this could be a little tricky. This is the one boss that the supers just are not really really useful for.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're following, Super Metroid strategy circa 1994, but can't do that. Wave was that left side of the ship. Be careful, Leno.
Ooh.
No! Fortunately, did just take that save, but that is going to cost Leno quite a bit of time.
Yeah, these early Phantoon fights are rough because not only are they difficult, but they're slow, and if you die while doing them, you've lost not only just the death, but the long fight.
Oh, Nitro's got to be careful here, too.
Am I committing to this? Oh,
no.
Maybe just the wave.
Oh, my goodness. Unfortunately, Nitro also taking a death against Phantoon.
Yeah, I would be pretty inclined to just grab this wave and go. It's really not that slow to clean up Phantoon later. We know there's no mages in wreck ships, so...
That's an excellent point. I feel like with this item loadout, and given that wreck ship is so close to G4, relatively speaking, bailing might be the play here.
Leno disagrees.
Going for it. I respect it.
Yeah?
I respect the commitment.
Nitro, on the other hand, bailed extra quick, not even going to have this wave beam. Not the biggest deal.
It definitely knows where it is.
Mm-hmm.
And knows that there's not a darn thing left at wreck ship after picking up that wave beam.
Yeah, it'll be pretty free to pick it up before Phantoon and Mother Brain later, but you maybe will miss it for some of the other bosses, depending on... I mean, I say that, we've got already 30 supers, so... honestly, the wave beam doesn't do a whole lot for us.
Yeah, at least not by itself. Alright, this is round 2 for Leno here, the Revenge Tour. Meanwhile, I think Nitro's probably got to be stopping over at Kraid first.
It is crazy how fast your health could just disappear. Leno had 137. I was about to say something about Leno's health much better this time, and just like that.
Evaporates, yeah. Chad putting Nintendo Power Stressor faster than dying. Oh no. Perhaps so. Oh, couldn't quite land that Doppler. Health in danger. Can Leno pull this off?
That was a really nice snipe there. Health bomb. Oh. Nicely done.
Oh my goodness gracious. Quite the fight from Lenophis. GG's. Still got a lot more bosses to face, though. It's 1 out of 4 down.
Does get some power bombs. I think Leno had 0 power bombs entering this fight, so that was always a slight threat of... I have been there in one of these tournament races where I did not get any drops in this room.
It's a tough situation to be in for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And we do have Dragon here at Kraid, and Nitro saying no thank you. Could definitely get the kill, and more supers for Leno. You love to see it. But is it the grapple jump that's just brutally hard without high jump out of Dragon's room? Is it even possible? Stay tuned. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, this does kind of go back to what we were saying earlier with haven't seen one vanilla boss. Kraid was only 20% to be vanilla, so I don't hate skipping this check here. Now it is decent info to know if you're now able, if you can find Vari or something, you know, you can safely go down to LN and beat the boss there, whatever it is. You know, Dragon's not here.
For sure. Could be Kraid, could be Ridley.
Leno seems interested in these two remaining items here. We still don't have any extra power bombs, so Gauntlet is still off the table.
At least like the full clear of Gauntlet, right? Or they can't even really get out, can they?
Yeah. Yeah, they would need Gauntlet to be something like Screw Attack or PBs or bombs.
There it is. More super missiles at high jump for Nitro.
Upper Airfire 3, huh? Not quite as loaded as I would have expected.
I wonder if Lower North Meridia is going to be just as stacked, but
yeah,
stakes too. I mean, Upper North Fair is the largest board in the entire game. Definitely has the most checks, and a lot of them are very out of the way. And there's still a whole Crocomire to check too.
That's right. We did pick up a 4th tank. I didn't see where Nitro got that second E, but we do now have 4 E available to us. Which means we can logically get across Cathedral.
Good call here to farm up some power bombs there at the Frogway. But I feel like this is really dangerous territory, even for this ice check.
Hmm. Curious to see if... So Leno, I imagine at least will take a peek in the warehouse just to check the Kraid item number. I was going to take a look at Spazer here too. Leno seems to be wanting some E, which is pretty understandable with Upper Norfolk really being the last option on the table. Haha! That was where the E tank was.
Nice pickup.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Croc is in Logic, yeah. As well as whatever's in Bubble Mountain itself. I always forget what the actual... Oh yeah, no, the runners don't have the same E-tanks.
They don't, no.
Yeah, Leno found something that Nitro didn't. And Nitro found the Old Mother Brain one.
This is a preposterous amount of super missiles in the seed. Like, I think we're up to at least... I think Nitro might have 2 packs that Leno doesn't and vice versa. So I think we're up to like 50 or 55 supers at this point.
Yeah. Another Variant Cathedral seed?
Oh my goodness! Well, at least they don't have speed, Baja. Those are the most heartbreaking seeds to watch unfold.
Oh yeah, your last location in that pretty much for sure. The heck are some power bombs though?
I know. Where could they be?
The joy of an E+ reserve tank hell run. We have to fill it up manually.
By any means necessary.
Might have been a good thing Cutie's coach wasn't fielding MST this time. MST might have had to run all the way back up to Green Prince start here.
Oh my god.
I can't think of anything else we can do except this all run.
Yeah, I can't either. I think
2 tanks doesn't really seem realistic.
Just gotta grin and bear it, I guess. This is pretty tough. All right, Nitro going for it.
Yep.
Looking good so far.
Oh, that's an expensive hit there.
Yeah. That's
Just
tough.
let's look at the item and...
Oh, hey, we found Baja. We found your power bombs.
Great.
In literally the worst possible place.
If only that pack had 6, it would have been perfectly fine. But
yeah, if it was like
5 doesn't quite do it.
You know, throw in an extra one for free because of the trouble, you know.
Not sure what Leno's reserve tank situation is like, but he is going straight for this.
Gotta have guts in these playoff situations, right?
Yeah. Wade is kind of doing some favors here, helping to clear out some of these enemies a bit better when not using ammo.
For sure, for sure. Oh,
Leno,
Leno, be careful!
I somewhat question this decision with Wave Beam. You could have shot Wave Beam from the door.
Got 200 in the tank. He's got enough, right?
Maybe.
Right? Push it, Leno. Push it.
Yeah, I guess.
This is gonna be a little close. This is gonna be a little close. Get out of the lava! No!
Things we do for a powerbomb pack.
I know, especially in this seed. Oh,
just
my
the major
goodness.
we were looking for. It's Spring Ball here in Bubble Mountain.
Oh, Spring Ball at Bubble Mountain. You love to see that. Or maybe you don't. I don't know. It's a polarizing item, but not exactly a progression item per se, unless our runners can pull off some really tricky double Spring Ball jumps.
This is always a situation I hate being in. We hardly even have enough health to get up in Batcave to the farming area. 5 extra health.
This is really tough. You got to do it, Nitro. Push it to the limit.
Pause.
Oh, so close. So close.
Oh my god.
Wow.
This is a brutal seed here.
This is so brutal. So very brutal. Yeah, two and two with a single power bomb pack. Oh my goodness.
And these enemies not giving Nitro any extra health to work with here. Just ammo. Wow, nice PB drop from the waiver.
Come on.
Classic Super Metroid.
Classic. Absolutely classic. Give you exactly what you don't need when you don't need it. Leno with the full commitment here.
Yeah, should be in good shape this time. Alright, awesome. And plenty of health to get up to Batcave, which is nice.
Need health here. Take a 2% drop. Oh my gosh. Oh, excuse me. 4%. 4% still. The joke still stands. So both of our runners, Baja, are safe into the Batcave. Safe being a very relative term here.
So Leno didn't actually look at Bubble Mountain quite yet before coming up here. Not really going to get punished for skipping Spring Ball, but... And we get the simultaneous farming content we are living for here in SpeedGaming.
Yep. This... and you love...
Oh my gosh, the sync!
Did not think when we saw the bail on Fantoon that we'd be seeing this.
That's
Oh.
the tank that you probably wanted to pick up after the next item.
But what a great item to pick up regardless.
Okay, well, whatever. What do I know? Alright, well, now we have the 6 tanks for wave.
Baja, you have to be kidding me right now.
This is insane.
What is the scene? Oh my god. This is more like a Plando. This is incredible. Oh my goodness. I gotta compose myself. That is just an absolute slap in the face. Just both sides. Just whap whap. 2 E-tanks at speed.
We have 3 majors apiece and mother brain ammo. like Leno needs 1 missile.
at the 30-minute mark. Oh my gosh. One of these runners is going to win this race, and both of them are going to find some majors eventually.
Oh my gosh.
Will we have anything at Wave Beam?
No.
Of course not. Just more supers. Bringing the count for Leno up to 65. You know what I say, Baja? I always say more ammo, more better. But even this is getting a bit ridiculous.
I know. I mean, with how many... we still have so many on-path items, like... You're still going to run into more supers on the way. I can't... It is a rare seed where I am turning my nose up at supers, but this may be one of them.
One in every 1,000 seeds that might happen.
And I should taking a bit of extra damage there from those enemies to deplete his reserves. Leno has a bit of a health advantage here.
But neither one is really in any position to be checking this Norfair reserve item. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Oh, this changes everything. Oh my gosh. So back to the Batcave.
Oh yeah, this is really painful for Nitro then, taking that bit of extra damage, because Leno has the health with the reserves to get this and go.
Oh gosh, yeah, that is right.
Now, it feels a little bad to leave the back of Norfair Reserve behind, so maybe Leno's going to go back to Batcave as well. Farm up some health. Yeah. Wants to check all 3. Can't blame him here. In fact, is there anywhere else? Do both mages have to be back here? We've seen everything else, yeah? So yeah, in that case, we know we need this health, because there is going to be at least 1 major in the back room here.
At least 1. But Nitro just scraping the bottom of the barrel here at Bubble Mountain to get some health. Gravity suit pickup for Leno.
Very nice. That makes this next room actually much safer. Not taking the lava damage if you do exactly that.
the double stack. And another ideally placed energy tank, but please don't be 2 back here. I think
it's gotta be the major, right? Yeah, there
mathematically impossible hockey, but how about an ice beam? Oh my goodness.
All right. Now what?
I mean...
Probably Meridia. Croc is still in play, but I would be pretty tempted to just follow this gravity.
Meridia is calling our runners' names.
Yeah, be curious to see. So Leno could take the save before save above Croc's area, poke down into the door, see if there's a decent number there next to Croc's name.
Or perhaps a big fat 0.
Yeah.
The dream, Baja. At least it could be normal bomb. It could be Spazer down there. There's a lot of tantalizingly bad items that could be in Croc.
Oh, going straight in. So yeah, in this mode, the door will lock, so Leno is committing at least...
Oh, why? Why, Seed? Why do you do this to our poor runners?
Gosh,
But Nitro getting that gravity suit as Leno is locked in Mortal Kombat with Crocomire here.
I mean, if Arya is here, this is huge, right? Like, you have saved yourself leaving Norfair and having to return, plus all the bad Meridia checks.
Oh, for sure. That's an excellent point, Baja. Ooh. You know I love that item. Love to see a space jump pickup.
Is pretty handy here, especially if... Actually, now it means we can definitely get the other Croc item without having to do that awful grapple strat.
Is that, or like, don't you like deboost off of one of the bugs or something, or it just seems impossible. It doesn't even seem possible.
I don't understand what Nintendo was thinking, like giving you grapple beam and being like, here, go back one room and do the hardest freaking thing with grapple anyone has ever seen for a missile.
Why would they do this to us? Well, that's right. They do have grapple though, so they got that going for them, which is nice. But yeah, space jump. Look at the ease. Finally, some ease for our runners.
Okay, well, that's if there's gonna be 2 mages in Croc, that's kind of where you want them to be.
Isn't that right?
Out of here. Yeah, this wave beam has actually turned out to be a pretty sizable advantage for Leno. After having a lot more difficulty with enemies, having to do the gate glitch there.
I didn't think it would be that big of a deal, but it has paid dividends hugely for Leno.
Mm-hmm.
And very smartly avoiding that 3rd reserve tank. 3rd is just belabors the point, wouldn't you say, Baja?
Mm-hmm. We've done our hell runs. We've done our time.
We've done it. No longer necessary. I
guess if you're super desperate and want a hell run, Ellen later, you know where it is, and it's not that far from it. But with 5 power bombs, I might pass on that. All right, Leno feeling comfortable with all the bosses now. We got 7 tanks for a Ridley fight, a theoretical Ridley fight. And we got all the nice stuff for everybody else. I like this play.
This is pretty. That's go mode for Leno, pretty much, almost. Really, really tough lower Norfair, but hopefully finds Varia on the way. So really, just a Varia away from go mode.
Right.
Nice recovery, Hockey.
And Asher did follow the Croc, so we'll be picking up this space jump and maybe X-ray if decides it's worth the investment.
Just maybe. Maybe.
I like the save here. This is not a free Ridley if it's Ridley.
Not one bit. Or was it Dragon?
Yeah, we know it's Dragon.
Oh yeah, right.
Leno didn't check us earlier. Yep.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
What you're forgetting, Asder, there's secret reserve tanks that throw that map off.
The secret.
5 is free, 6 is hard, 7 is impossible.
That's right. It's a secret to everybody, Baja. Oh God, can you imagine? Sasho pointing out, can you imagine if Varia is behind Dragon? Like, how rude. Just the absolute rudest possibility.
I'm holding up for Varia in Kraid's E-Tank behind Kraid at Dragon.
Excuse me while I throw up in my mouth. Haven't our runners been through enough in this scene? Haven't they been through enough?
But we do have a major at Kraid, and it was not the free item.
Oh man, Leno's got to hit this diagonal. Yes! Love the diagonal. Down goes Dragon. Like a sack of potatoes. My goodness. So yeah, I feel like Leno's in a commanding lead with 2 bosses down because earlier Nitro did bail on Fantoon. Oh man! Missiles for the trouble? Come on.
Alright, Nitro's back. Does seem to be interested in this ice beam. Nice. Pretty good. It's a little less important now that we know Dragon's not vanilla. So we don't need it for Batoon ever. And we have gravity, so we don't need it for suitless ever. But it is pretty nice to have.
For sure, for sure.
Honestly, the E-Tank's not bad either here.
I do love Ice Beam. So we'll see what we saw what East Meridia has. And still 2 items on the loose there. And 2 in West Meridia. Very interesting. We'll see what Main Street has. Nope, just a vanilla missile there. Missile also at Crab Super, so that means Mama Turtle has the goods. Or perhaps Watering Hole or the beach.
If my math is correct, LN is barren, actually.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
All right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 left. And we have Kraid, 2 here, 2 East Meridia. And 2 in Criteria.
Ooh,
that's a good one.
Love to see that full beam combination to go with Lenophis' 70 supers.
And we have Microwave now that Dragon and Fantoon are dead.
and Batoon does not have to even be fought. So I mean, but we've got it, you know.
Yep.
It's something that we have available to us.
Maybe we'll microwave a metal pirate or something. I don't know.
There you go.
You got to put that extra to work.
You have to. If you're gonna pick it up, if you're gonna burn the 7 seconds, you have to pick it up. We'll see what the beach has. And there it is.
All right, this is a very solid position for Leno here. I think it's going to be pretty tough for Nitro to come back now.
I think so too, Baha. But you never know.
Things have happened, yep.
Things have happened, and I'm not saying that Leno would do this, but you know, you might want to turn that 70 supers into 100 supers. You know, might want to track down 6 more minor locations. Yeah, I'm curious where Leno is going right now, Baha.
Yeah, I think Leno's just hightailing it to the LN boss.
That's a very interesting decision. I don't hate it. I'm just not sure if it's what I would do in that situation.
Yeah, I honestly have no idea if it's fast or not. It's probably like about a wash. You're pretty much gonna be in about that area of West Meridia, like whether you do the East Meridia loop or skip it.
No, for sure, for sure.
I guess the one maybe case you have for doing East Meridia first is you might stumble onto like a speed booster or something, whereas we know that Leno is not going to come across a single major until he gets out of North Area now. We will take power bombs though, I guess.
Gotta have them. Add them to the collection. But also, that's interesting that you bring that up. Like, that might be something to Nitro's favor that could maybe put him back in this race if he does get something like a speed booster. But I don't know. It's a tough ask.
You got a couple, like if you go through Batoon, you got like the Batooni tank, and you got like Precious Room and whatever the boss has that are all relatively free places to look for that major. That is also true. Cesar points out.
Really good point from Chad about calculating the major items in full countdown. But not impossible. Not impossible though.
But it did require me to like sit, not talk, and stare at the item tracker for about like 3 seconds.
I mean, that's
those seconds are at a premium during a race.
That's what elevators are for, right, Baha?
True. And then, like, sometimes I forget to, like, look at the countdown when I'm in, like, Dragon's Room or something to get the East Meridia info before I've gone there. That can be an easy mistake to make.
For sure, for sure. Interesting comment from Tracy, too, hoping to run into Screw Attack by doing the Meridia section first and fighting the Dragon boss, whoever it might be. I mean, Screw Attack just makes Lower Norfair so speedy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, high jump too. Yeah, as you're pointing out about high jump. High jump is an underrated item for sure. Even though we have like budget high jump with space jump right now.
It's kind of funny to me realizing that like there's actually a decent chance that like Front of Gauntlet was one of the things that lets you leave now.
Yeah.
So Screw Attack and bombs are still in the pool.
It's a definite possibility. So Nitro collecting his plasma beam, but still missing that wave beam. Has not returned to wrecked ship yet, of course. MSTY. Oh my god, the puns. Oh, they're lethal. This shouldn't be too bad of a Lower Norfair for Leno with this item loadout.
Health, but you know, as long as we're a little bit careful here in Wasteland. And we still don't know which of Kraid and Ridley is going to turn up here.
But Nitro's got his Varia suit, also putting him in go mode. But will he stay in Meridia or will he bail and go to Lower Norfair like Leno did? It looks like bail. And Chad is just popping off.
I feel like I would have made this play, and then about like 2 minutes into it, I would have been like, "Oh, this was probably wrong." But my default is do LN first as well.
But then once you're 2 minutes into it, you're like, "I have to commit."
Yep.
To do it. I'm not gonna double 180. Like. Yeah, I think that's the crux of it, Baha. Is like you really didn't expect both runners to make this play.
Yeah,
Chad
I think it is.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Baha.
Yeah, I think it is pretty close on time. I think it's really just the major distribution that makes it probably a little stronger of a play to have done Meridia first.
Chad asking an important question. Why is Varia required for go mode? It isn't quite required. It's just incredibly good to have. Because our runners have found almost no power bomb packs. They don't even have crystal flash ammo to deal with the constant heat damage of Lower Norfair. So if they had found another power bomb pack and maybe a couple extra energy tanks to go with their reserve tanks, Varia wouldn't necessarily be hard required by the seed for completion. But given the way things have been going, getting it in Meridia, in West Meridia, definitely put our runners into go mode.
I guess thinking about it, that might be one of the reasons Nitro went back for that ice beam, because I was talking about why it might not be that important, but yeah, actually, we can't really count on actually even having 15 power bombs.
Yeah. And just Leno with a fusillade of supers as well as some full beam combo shots. Down goes Ridley. So that means Kraid must be at Dragon. Mathematically eliminated all other possibilities.
Doing a bit more farming here. Just a bit. 3 drops is all we need.
Just a tiny 3 drops is all I need. Oh my goodness. This has been a wild and woolly one, Bob.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, glad I got the chance to call this with you.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt about it.
That upper Norfair was just brutal.
That was really. I'm sure our runners are going to have a lot to say about it. What I find really interesting, though, is that despite the fact that the suits were pretty buried, you know, as far as progression, still just coming up on an hour. So I feel like to whatever Leno, assuming Leno wins this race, of course, whatever time he's going to finish with is a really impressive time, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
Not to take a single thing away from Nitro either. Nitro's been pouring their guts out, playing with a lot of heart and determination, but just this seed is just so bonkers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really am surprised how big that wave beam ended up being. I did not expect that at the time that decision was being made.
For sure. I will, after today, I'll never look at wave beam the same. I really won't. Because I'm always like, especially when our runners just have like charge and they pick up wave, it's like, okay, like whatever. But to have that big of a difference is just preposterous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that first beam upgrade is pretty important, especially in the anywhere but these late game areas. It makes such a big difference being able to one-shot things versus having to shoot them a bunch of times, and the pellet with such a small hitbox isn't great either.
For sure.
Alright, Leno is out.
Just got to hightail it to Meridian now. Yes, this is what we wanted to see. The X-ray, or the, I should say the microwave beam on the Metal Pirates.
Nice.
That's what we came here for, Bob.
Put it to work.
Gotta have it.
We spent 7 seconds on that pickup. It's gotta put in its fair share here.
Truly. Well, be careful here. Be careful here, Leno. Oh, thank goodness. A lot of soft lock potential in that hallway.
Yep, just don't want to shoot until you get up to the blocks, and then as soon as you see yourself start moving, stop shooting. And should be okay. But yeah, we've certainly seen folks having unfortunate soft locks there if you get stuck.
For sure. But like Jay pointed out, Bob, it's never decided a race or anything. That would be crazy. It's never happened before. That's right. Commentators are here to just pour salt in barely healed wounds here. Just rip them right back open.
Nice Ridley fight there from Nitro.
That was very nice. Very clean.
Yep. Especially not having high jump to make the Pogo manip a little bit easier. Still managed to get in some pretty good supers there.
I don't know why, but I love this play from Leno here to take the shoot, as I like to call it. I don't know if it's faster, but it does save you an entire mini boss fight.
I think it's still probably a little bit faster. Yeah, good heads up. Remembering the implications of boss rando. Nice movement through that room.
Yeah, that was really sharp.
Ugh. Cack spoiling it.
Darn it.
Those are relentless enemies.
A little reverse cack attack alley here. Not too bad with this item loadout.
Mm-hmm.
And just all the way right into pre-aqueduct. Very nicely done.
And it was smart, both runners picking up that extra power bomb pack, heading back through Cathedral, helping them out in this low and Arfair escape. Did have the means to, I think, do it in 5 with X-ray. I think 5 is enough.
Question mark? Maybe.
Yeah, 5's enough with X-ray if you do the little stand-up thing. I'd like mentally walk a Samus through all those rooms and count my power bombs.
Nice. Excuse me. But bam! Right in the kisser. Leno taking down Kraid. No need to check any items, just in and out. Keep it rolling, right, Baja?
Indeed. Now, it was 50-50 in Major. There's a couple things that help us here, but I don't really mind the skip either.
No, not at all. I think Leno and Nitro are both thinking the same thing. Like, I've had enough of this seed. Not that, I mean, it was pretty bad at the beginning, and it just kind of got progressively faster. But, still not an easy one.
Do you get a possibility of... oh, there's our bombs. Okay.
Unbelievable. What a stingy seed. Like, oh, you want something? Oh, here's normal bombs. It's the least, at this point in the seed, just the least sexy item you could possibly hope for.
Yeah, this gravity wire suit is pretty well camouflaged in this
Yeah. Especially with the palette in this Meridia section with such a dark background.
Mm-hmm. Early Fantoon kill paying off here for Leno. Can just head straight to Turian.
Oh gosh, yeah, I totally forgot about that.
Didn't even need a refill. We've got a ridiculous amount of ammo and a full beam combo.
Got it all. Got everything you need, Leno. Good rounding here also by Nitro, going to be taking that little shortcut up.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
By bypassing Botoon.
Do you like this play? No need for a ship refill, and it would be a pretty slow one with this lack of 4 E-Techs here. Almost 5.
That's an excellent point. The more you got, the longer it takes, so definitely a good choice to skip it. And like you said, no need to worry about ammo down in Dorian.
I'm really looking forward to seeing this number on the how many power bombs were actually even in this seed.
Yeah, no kidding.
40, 70, 10 is ridiculous. Not having skipped any power bombs.
Just ridiculous. We did orphan that one pack over at Cathedral, though, so but with very good reason to orphan it.
Well, I think both runners actually picked it up on their way.
Oh, they did? Oh my god! So that was
so
the
they could
10.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! What am I even saying? That's ludicrous.
Yeah.
I don't believe it. We'll see how Nitro does against Kraid here. But Leno in command of this race. Gonna be forcing a game 5.
It's exciting. Is that our first one on the tournament so far?
I think there's another one. I think it might have been already scheduled as a contingency in case of you know, splitting a game 4. But there is another one on the schedule. I'm not sure.
Right, yeah. A team.
And Bigos Amigos.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I am always on board for more Super Metroid content.
Absolutely. So no sweat from Nitro, but does have to head all the way back to the Surface Secretariat to go to the wreck ship and do battle with Fantoon there.
You will actually see a microwaved boss.
We will indeed.
Yeah, Nitro picking up the bombs.
They can get you out of a jam. I love the play. I love it. I'm not ashamed.
It saves Nitro having to farm like exactly one caterpillar heading up Red Tower, so clearly the time is worth it.
Yep. No need to Zeb skip, but Leno showing off because it is faster. And this is just going to be an absolutely crushing Mother Brain 2 fight with this ammo.
Yeah. So did Nitro save at Red Tower before heading up to wreck ship? That might be why it was less reasonable for Nitro to go pick up the wave again.
Yes, I believe he did save at Red Tower instead of in the ship itself.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Like, I like that play actually in general. It just and even missing that item in general shouldn't have been a problem. It just really with how difficult how tight the Hell Run health situation was, the advantage of not having to worry quite as much about the enemies ended up being really big here.
For sure. No question about it. Very, very astute analysis, Baja, and that really made the difference. That's really where the divergence as well as Leno's lead really started to he started to capitalize on it. But Leno's already into the baby cutscene.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll have the G4 down before Leno finishes up, so we managed to keep it relatively close.
No, for sure. For sure.
And about a Turian.
This one definitely forced the runners into some uncomfortable situations early. And we did see quite a few deaths at the beginning, but both runners really kind of dug their heels in and got it done.
Yeah, I was surprised Leno went back for that Fantoon fight, but that was actually a pretty sick 1E tank Fantoon fight, no suits.
You love to see that microwave beam in action too. And that's not just for metal pirates.
It's the only way I can kill Fantoon. Otherwise, this boss is impossible.
Yeah, Fantoon literally impossible any other way. It's like, oh, just do this incredibly hard trick called a Doppler missile, like that you spend years practicing to master. Or, you know, just X Factor. Oh yeah, just that's easy too. It's simple. Leno, be careful.
Wow, almost 200 health.
Feel the ride. Come on, Leno, it's Mother Brain 3 time.
I think Leno just wants to get down to where the reserves save him, and then can tell MSD about how important they were.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Into escape, no speed, so we get to do it the fun way. You love a good climb at the end of a race.
It builds more tension and more drama. No spark possible, no speed booster, so we will, like you said, Baja, we will have a climb out through the climb.
Leno going for left side climb. This is exactly the same as right side climb, but impossible for some reason.
Oh my gosh.
It's strange how... Oh, good.
No, I insist.
It is strange how few rooms you actually, like, infinite wall jump up the left side of, and so every time I try this, I'm like, I have no idea how to do this.
What an esoteric strategy. I love it. I absolutely love it. Unfortunately, Leno being bullied by Parlor here, but Baja, there's only a single door transition between the Cutie's coaches and forcing a game 5.
This is awesome. I am really excited to see what these teams have in store for us in the future. But yeah, get your GGs in chat for Lenophis. Finishes with a race time of 1 hour, 7 minutes and 42 seconds.
Oh, it's awesome. GG's, Leno and Cutie's coaches. So Nitro into G4 still has a bit to do.
And we are joined by Lenophis. Welcome in, GG's.
GG's. That was
GG's, Leno, man, what a seed.
That was a seed. What was that? This is the experience of Metroid Prime and Echoes coming into play, because this is definitely Prime callback here with the back and forth that the seed wanted you to do.
Yeah. Minimal health, minimal power bombs. Just go get your E-tanks in Upper Norfair.
Mm-hmm. And the lucky scout of the Cathedral power bomb too, for my actual go mode.
Yeah. Really
what
good
was
point.
that?
I just loved, like, both of you were pretty much at Bubble Mountain at the same time, and just Nitro was struggling a little bit to get within farming health to make it through the Bat Cave, and then you were both simultaneously just in sync going down to speed just to get hit by double energy tanks. It was just a poetic moment.
Oh, that double energy tank was convenient, though, because that made Wave Beam a free scout with no Crystal Flash available.
Oh, for sure. For sure. It was perfect. Absolutely perfect.
I think I'm going to have to watch this one back. And I also disagree with medium speed. This was not medium speed. This was troll speed.
Oh, there allegedly were 11 power bombs.
Allegedly. I would like to allegedly know where they're at, because I only saw the 2.
Yeah, that's all we ever saw as well. Yeah, Nitro never got more than did the same thing, picking up the the second pack on their way to Lower North Fair.
Yep.
They were all in wreck ship. It had to be.
Oh, that wreck ship. I'm glad that wave beam was immediate in wreck ship. Oh,
Yes.
So I kind of followed the grapple beam. Like, okay, kind of hinting towards wreck ship. No, North Fair is kind of a garbage play right now, even if there is a major available right away. By the way, turns out there wasn't. It was all supers up front. Thanks for that game. So I'm like, okay, the chances of either Crate or Fantoon being in the wreck ship kind of high. At least that's what it seemed like. Took the safety save just in case. Died to Fantoon round 1, which, yeah, I should have supered to force an enrage to help some survival. But yeah, rematch round 2. I honestly thought I was a little bit behind at first with that Fantoon fight. But then when I saw where the majors weren't, which was on path, I'm like, you know what? I don't feel so bad about my position right now. And then the gravity suit was... Where was it? Was that the reserve?
That was right before North Fair Reserve.
Yeah, okay. And then after that, it's go up to Meridian. Like, okay, well, I know West or East Meridian. I already saw that East Meridian had 2 majors. West Meridian for sure probably has 1. No matter what, my Varia suit's going to be in Meridia somewhere. Let's just follow gravity suit. Right away in Watering Hole, let's just go back down to Lower North Fair. Because I don't want to double dip East Meridia. Like, I don't want to do like a double dip of like this whole Meridia region. So let's just get out of here, do Lower North Fair, kill whatever's down there, go back up, kill Dragon, or the Dragon location, and then let's just get out of here. Let's heck and go. And that was my routing.
No, for sure, Leno, for sure. It was definitely enough to force that game 5. So, who's going up against whom in the decider?
If I'm not mistaken, it's going to be John and Smellin.
Nice, very nice.
John and Smellin. Scheduled to be determined. I'm not sure when it's going to happen yet, but stay tuned for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Looking forward to that.
Ooh. And this one I'm definitely going to want to watch back because I want to know what Nitro did. Because this one, if you two were saying that we're both in Bubble Mountain at the same time, I want to know what happened. Like, I want to watch this one back. This one seemed like it was a good match.
Yeah, honestly, so the first initial divergence was Nitro saved in Red Tower, whereas you saved in Wreck Ship. Both of you died first time to Fantoon, and Nitro bailed at that point, whereas you got the wave beam and got the boss down. And like the lack of wave beam with already how tight the hell running was in the seed, like adding onto that the lack of beam damage made Nitro have a lot more trouble in that pretty awful Bubble Mountain segment.
Okay.
It was a really difficult stretch to get through until you were able to collect all those E-tanks in the suit.
And that was actually... that's something I actually wanted to touch on real quick. I actually specifically picked up the wave beam a second time because I wanted to X-Factor Fantoon, forgetting that I was going to have no power bombs for the fight.
No, no. Why, Seed? Why?
Because I had to use one to get in. That was my last one. I was going to X-Factor, but oh well.
Yeah, aside from that, it was very similar to that. I think there's a little divergence early where Nitro peaked the item next to the Morph Pedestal while in Green Hill Zone, which you skipped. That ended up not being important. I didn't actually catch in the credits what was in Criteria and where, but we never found either of those majors all season.
Nope, we sure didn't.
Spazer was at Billy Mays, if I remember correctly.
Okay, gosh. Thank goodness nobody went there.
That would have been a terrible, because you have to use up pretty much all your power bombs to get that. So Spazer was up there, and then there was something at Landing Site. I don't remember what it was exactly. And then there was one at Spring Ball, and I don't remember where the last one was off the top of my head.
Yeah, chat was saying Speed was at Crady Tank.
Oh yes, that's right. That's right. No, and nobody's going back for that.
Oh no. You're orphaning that 100% of the time, right?
100%. Same with Billy Mays. Like, if there's not a second convenient power bomb, like, do you really want to do Billy Mays even on a full item rando? Like, that doesn't seem like it's a good play.
Yeah, I agree, especially with suit restrictions. It's kind of a lower expected value of what you're going to find.
For sure. And Nitro does finish with an official race time of 1 hour, 14 minutes, and 46 seconds. GG's to Nitro, but Leno victorious for Cutie's coaches. I'm not sure if Nitro will be joining us, but we'll keep the conversation rolling. It was a super interesting seed, especially once you both got to Norfair.
Yeah, and with the vanilla Fantoon going to Norfair, I thought to myself, there's no way the Kraid boss check is a good idea right now. Turns out it was Dragon, and even with the one tank, I had grapple. Like, I could have done it. It would have been a gross fight, but I could have done it. But I'm just glad I went back for that after I was done with the first loop.
Yeah, I think that was a good call. Nitro did end up checking that boss immediately and ended up having to reset out the pretty limited equipment you had first entering that area.
Like, I had been practicing my high jumpless grapple escape, but glad it didn't come into play.
Yeah. I don't even remember. Did you have 2 B tanks, 2 reserves right now? That's not get much time to try that there.
Yeah, 2 and 2 with that. I mean, we had charge, ice wave, but charge ice wave, but that would have been it would have been a supers fight with grapple augmenting. It was terrible.
Oh, gosh.
So did Nitro check anything in Lower Norfair, or was it just flat out go?
Yeah, so both of you, as soon as you found the Varia, just beelined Ridley. Chat was actually thinking it was maybe better to have gone to the Dragon boss room first, just in case you spike a good major on the way that helps you in LN. And it probably was about the same amount of rooms you needed to traverse at that point, either order you did them.
Right.
But honestly, I was saying I probably would have made the same play and then started regretting it by the time I was in LN. I don't know if you were keeping track of the major counts to know that LN was barren before getting in there.
I didn't know that LN was barren, but I suspected that it would be. So I wasn't too worried about it because West Meridia had 2, East Meridia had 2, Croc had the 1, Green Bryn only had the 1. That's what surprised me pretty early. And then there was still the 2 outstanding in criteria that we never saw. Thanks,
Right.
game. Thanks, Powerbomb count.
Just a punishing powerbomb count for sure.
Who needs the Crystal Flash? Not us.
Not these runners.
Alrighty. We have extended the interview offer to Nitro. Not sure if Nitro will be able to join us today. But that said, let's see. Let's check the schedule. I know we had a concurrent race. I don't know if we've got any others tonight.
I believe the concurrent race concluded.
Yeah, it looks like next race on the schedule is going to be tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We've got Asarius versus Nevdi. Should be a pretty good one.
That's going to be a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Looking forward to watching that one.
Yeah, stay tuned for that. As well as the Game 5 of this series, as well as any other matches we've got coming your way. With that, GG's Leno, GG's Nitro. Thank you both for putting on a good show for us tonight.